linear equation. Linear mean line. Quadratic mean graph, like this or this. The equation curve of this line will be like showing like this or this. When if you draw the graph on the x-axis and y-axis, if you take some values of x and you receive against those values some values of y, and if you draw the quadratic form will form, graph will form like this, and this depend upon this value whatever is written over here. If here a number is positive, the graph will be like this. If here a number is negative, for example, like this 2x squared plus 3x plus 4, so the graph will be like this, cup down or cup up, like that. So this is the reason how we can check our quadratic equation type. And now the next thing is how to solve the quadratic equation and why we solve the quadratic equation. The first thing is that why we solve the quadratic equation. Whenever they say that solve the quadratic equation, there are some prerequisites required in order to solve. So there are 2-3 ways to solve this equation, 1, 2 and 3. The first is factorized form, factorization. The second thing is you can use the quadratic formula. And the third thing is you can use the completing the square method. Completing the square method. These three things we use in order to solve these quadratic equation, right? Whenever you need to write, I will say you just write this one. Otherwise, you can skip the writing, right? Because if I am explaining you, it's better you concentrate. Because I record the lecture. I always record the lecture and I upload or send to students, so that if you forget any time, you can get the benefit. We are talking about the factorization. So in order to solve this quadratic equation, if suppose I factorize this one, so if I factorize this, or if I take another example, an easy example, and that is factorizable, factorable, we can factorize that equation. So x square, suppose if I say 3x and plus 4, if I say this one, and this is, suppose this one is negative, this is negative. So how to factorize anything? First we multiply this number with whatever the number is written over here. If no number is written over here, it's mean 1. So 4 ones are 4. So 4 ones are 4. If I factorize this one, 4 into 1. If I multiply, it should come this product of this one. If I add and subtract, it should come this one. So if you see that 4 and 1 gives you 3. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 4 and 1 gives you 3. So this should be also negative. Okay. So what number I should take? Minus 4 plus 1. If I take minus 4 plus 1, it's give you minus 3. So it's very important how to balance the sign. So I can break this middle term as the first term and last term will be same. You will write first and last term same, and the middle term you will break. So I can write here this one here, minus 4x and plus x. So if I write minus 4x plus x, it's become minus 3x. You agree?
Yes.
Yes. Now from first to what you can take common from first to? Anything which is common from first to?
X.
Yes, x. Very good. So if I take x as a common, over here only x is remaining, because 1x I took common, so 1x is remaining. And here, if I take x is common from the second term, what is remaining?
4.
X has been wonderful. You understand? And from here, these two. From these two, nothing is common. You can see nothing is common. If nothing is common, you will write plus 1. Means 1. 1 makes no impact. And no decrease or increase. If you multiply 1 by anything, it remains same. So this thing remains same. You know, this bracket and this bracket should come same. If this bracket and this bracket same and signs are same and terms are same, means you are successfully done your factorization. Now I will consider this whole term is one term and this is another term. Now I will take again common from these two. From these two, which bracket is common? Can you tell me?
X.
Yes, x minus 4, right? So you will write x minus 4 in one bracket, and the other bracket is from here is x and from here is 1. Your factorization is done. Got it? This is the thing which you have learned in grade 9. That was factorization. But why we are doing this again? Because we have to first revise the factorization and then we will apply this factorization in order to solve this equation. Now, I got the two factors, which are my factors, x minus 4 and x plus 1. If I expand this one, I will get again my question. You agree with this?
Yes.
Means this is the correct factorization of my question. Now I can write either from this, the product of these two equal to 0. So I can write either x minus 4 equal to 0. If x minus 4 equal to 0, so x equal to 4. Because if I move this one on the right side, it will be 4. So I will not write bracket. If I write only one thing, I no need to write bracket. Only write x minus 4 equal to 0. So if x minus 4 equal to 0, x is equal to 4. The next thing is or x plus 1 equal to 0. Any one thing is equal to 0, so product is equal to 0. So I can write either and or. So the next step is x is equal to minus 1. So my two answers are in this small squares, small rectangles. So one is this and one is this. So my two answers are, one is minus 1 and one is 4. If I submit these two answers over here, it will be balanced. Both sides will come equal to 0. So this is the solution. These two is called a solution. So I have done. The question was, solve the quadratic equation by factorization. So we have solved this quadratic equation by factorization. So this is after linear equation when you come in grade 10, so you get it. So now what I will do, I will write here one question, another question, and we will try